Hello, everyone. It has been a while since I've done a live, but I hope everyone's okay. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing great. Um, I just want to join for a few moments, like for a little bit, just to talk about like some cases that I put on my Discord. I know I've been slacking with lives and the recordings and that, but I have been busy. I've been busy working. I'm currently prepping for a trip next in a few weeks, like literally like 2-3 weeks. So I've been busy working and doing other things, but I know I need to get back on this, and I will. Probably tomorrow I'll go live again, but I really do need to get back on live. I hope everyone's doing good and well. Today's May 17th. I'm doing good and well. I've been dealing with life, work, everything. So yeah. But today I do want to talk about some true crime. I want to talk about the Diddy case because I heard like a lot of things came out during the trial the first week. I do want to talk about the influencer who got killed during her live stream on TikTok. If you hear noises in the back, it's one of the dogs eating or my bird. I have a bird. I got a new pet. It's a bird. I'll put it on Discord. And I do want to talk about two other cases. I think it was Diddy, Validia. Oh, the inmates who escaped from New Orleans prison. That's crazy. And I do want to talk about Ashley Prado, the woman who gave her kid basically like a pew pew. So I do want to talk about that. But hang on. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Well, I had to put that. Dang StreamYards. I'm gonna have my mod today. My mod has not been feeling good. She's been going through some stuff, so I don't have Tiff today. But if Dawn Marie comes, that'll be great. I haven't even seen Dawn Marie's live. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I took a break from YouTube, and I'm barely catching up on Dawn Marie's live. Like I'm way behind on so many people's lives. Like I kid you not. But let me add a window. Okay, there we go. I'm probably not going to be able to see the comments because I'm using my laptop. But let's talk about the Validia case. And then we're going to do the other two. I'm not logged into my Discord on here. Dang it. Share my screen. It's been a while since I've done this, so bear with me. All right, there we go. So we're going to be talking about Validia Marquez. She is a Mexican beauty influencer, and she was sadly shot. Well, she was sadly pew. I'm sorry, YouTube. During her TikTok live stream, like I kid you not, like there's video of her on TikTok going everywhere, where it shows where she's actually getting pew by this guy. Now we all don't know who the guy is, but her friend ended the live, and a lot of people are speculating and allegedly are saying that the friend was involved in this and had something to do with it. That I don't know. It's all speculation and allegedly like allegations. But yeah, so who was Validia Marquez? She's a Mexican influencer who was Red Rum, while she was live streaming from her beauty salon, had openly expressed the fears that she was going to be, KILL. Just minutes before she was pew. So, from my understanding, I don't know what I'm clicking. From my understanding, when I was looking at the videos, she has a beauty salon. This is her. This is Validia. So Validia has a beauty salon, and she was there. She was waiting for a gift from a fan that her friend said that was going to be gifted to her, and she had to stay there and basically wait. Hang on. She basically had to stay there and wait for this person to bring her the gift because that's what her friend said. The person did bring her the gift, But she, as soon as like she got the gift, she's like, I want to go home. I don't want to be here. She was just having that feeling like I don't want to be there no more. I already got the gift. I need to leave. But she was like texting back and forth on the live stream with her friend who was like, no, you need to stay. You can't go. And Validia was having like bad feelings. She was like, no, like I really need to leave. Like I cannot stay here. And probably like a few minutes later, some man came and she's like, oh, I think he's here. Like he's going to pew me. And sadly, she did get pew by that guy. And there was a friend with her. People say that that's the friend that was telling her not to leave. Other people say that there was 2 friends involved. I don't know. It's a lot of speculation and allegations. But Valeria Marquez was only 23 years old. She voiced her fear in a live TikTok video just before her motorbike riding killer struck Tuesday while pretending to deliver a gift in her Blossom the Beauty Lodge salon in Jalisco, Mexico. So he did walk into the store. Yes, we couldn't see. We can only see Valeria in the video. When I find those videos, I will post them on my Discord. So join my Discord if you haven't. But they did say that the guy approached her, but we couldn't see him on her phone. And he says, are you Valeria? She says yes. And apparently the pew went off. So this is from Valeria. She said maybe they're going to KIL me. Marquez said during the live stream, with making clear exact whom she was referring to. Were they going to come and take me away or what? I'm worried, she said. Moments later, a man off screen called out, hey, Vale, to which she answered yes before muting the live stream. Marquez was then handed a stuffed animal and a bag of Starbucks coffee before she was pew in the head and chest by a man who had returned to the salon and collapsed on camera. Dennis Rodriguez, a spokesperson for the Jalisco State Prosecutor's Office. The man had posed hours earlier as a delivery driver, accompanied by another man on a motorcycle who said he had an expensive gift to deliver to the blonde bombshell who boasted nearly 200,000 followers on TikTok and Instagram. Rodriguez said a person had appeared to pick up Marquez's phone, with their face briefly showing on the live stream before the video ended. A lot of people say it's her friend. I don't know that. There's not really much updates on this, but if I do get an update, I will let you guys know. But I'm just letting you guys read. TikTok has since then taken down the influencer account. While the killer hasn't been identified, the region is firmly controlled by one of the most powerful. We're not going to talk about this for my own safety reasons, but if you guys want to read this article, it is on it's on my Discord. But this is the beauty salon she has and where she was at. This is another picture of Valeria. And this is what happened. Apparently they had her funeral already. I'm not sure. But yeah. So there's really no new updates on the case. Basically right now it's just gonna tell you what happened to her. And then on TikTok, apparently they had her funeral already. I'm not really sure if they did. I need to check that. But if there is an update on Valeria, I will let you guys know. My prayers and my condolences go out to Valeria's family and friends. My opinion on this is I don't think the friend that was talking to her on the phone was really her friend. I always tell people, like, trust your gut instinct. Your gut tells you a lot of things. And she was having bad instincts and she was wanting to go with her gut to go home. She didn't want to be there, but her friend was like, no, you need to stay. You're overreacting. I don't think that's a friend in my opinion. I know if it were me, my friends would be like, no, trust your gut. If I was her friend, I'd be like, okay, understandable, trust your gut. I always tell people, trust your gut. If your gut is giving you a sign like, hey, you have like that gut feeling like, hey, I want to go home, or hey, I don't want to be here, trust your gut. Trust me. I'm always going to tell people that. But yeah, if there's an update on Valeria, I will let you guys know. The other one I want to talk about is Ashley Prado. This happened here in San Antonio. I do have the affidavit on my Discord, but I'm not logging on to my Discord on here. So I need to fix that. It's going to change screens. Hold on. Oh, it went back to me. Okay. So we're going to talk about Ashley. Her name is Ashley Prado. Hang on. So everybody meet Ashley. I'm saying that with sarcasm. My bad. The SAPD provided details surrounding the recent arrest of a 30-year-old mother who was accused of helping her own 13-year-old son plot a terror attack on his school. Ashley Prado was arrested and charged with aiding in the commission of terrorism after her son was found to have plotting attack against Broad Middle School. So basically, he was going to go pew-pew the school, and the mom helped him. Her behavior is not only dangerous, it's abhorrent. Sorry, I can't say it. Especially as a parent, said SAPD. She appeared to be dismissive, unconcerned with her son's behavior. Chief McManus discussed the details surrounding the arrest of 2 individuals, including Prado and a juvenile. How multiple agencies investigated the case, bringing about a charge that has never been used in Bexar County until now. SAISD police were also in attendance. This is relatively new law forces on stop violence, and during the stopping violence during the planning phase. The investigation into the student began in January of 2025 when it was discovered that the child had made disturbing drawings alluding to acts of violence, including his school's name. Detectives then learned of the child's fantasizations, if I'm saying that right. Fascination with mass pew-pewers and their manifestos. Oh, there's the arrest warrant. Okay, I can actually read you the arrest warrant. So the kid, they're not gonna say his name because obviously he's a minor. Ashley's son has been there has been an investigation on Ashley's son since January of this year. Because he made those disturbing drawings. All right. So let's read her. Oh, it's her arrest warrant. Okay. Oh. Her name is Ashley Rosalinda Prado. This is her arrest warrant. And here's her. There we go. Of course, I'm not going to give his name because, remember, he is a minor. Unless she or the father says it's okay. I mean, it's going to be talked about. I'm pretty sure. It's San Antonio. We'll find out who the kid was. The victim in this case has been identified as Jeremiah Rhodes Middle School. It's the middle school because he was going to pew-pew the whole middle school. Ashley Prado, of course, they blurred out her thing. She has been charged with the offense of aiding in commission of terror. And there goes my computer. This happened on May 11th, so this happened not too long ago. In January 2025, the son of Ashley, the defendant, was first contacted in reference to concerning drawings of the local school he currently attended. The drawings included a map of the school. Hold on, wait. My computer is like school labeled quotation USide. God, what is going on? Route. The school name written out with a pew-pew with a muzzle flash drawn above. It was with the time stamp of 0600 and 1205 hours. 01 was contacted and he described the fascination with past mass pew pews to include their manifesto. So 01 is Ashley's son. Like I said, they're not going to say his name because he's a minor, and I do have to use like different vocabulary because it's YouTube, and I'm pretty sure it's going to take it down. My disclaimer. Hello. Anything that I say is all in alleged and speculation. I do get my trusted resources from trusted people, from news articles, and I am not responsible for the actions or comments or anything that other people say. So yeah, let's get back into it. In April 2025, 01 again was found to be researching the Christ Mesquite Pew Pew on the school-issued computer. He was subsequently suspended and later in the day attempted suicide with a straight Azer, causing significant injuries and requiring over 100 stitches. He attended an alternative school until May 7, 2025. Upon returning to his home campus on May 8th, the school impelled a security plan and changed their security posture due to continued concerns of the mass targeted violence by 01. So he was looked at in 2020, in January of this year, because of the drawing he made. And then in April of 2025, again, he was targeted again because of what he was looking at on the school-issued computer that the school gave him to take home. And he also tried to unalive himself. On May 12th, at approximately 8:39 hours, the reporting person contacted Officer Zimmerman requesting contact with the SAPD behavioral threat team regarding items she found in her home. In her home? Hang on. My computer's being longer. So, before we get to that, he went to an alternative school because he was suspended. He got out of alternative school May 7th. He returned back to his home campus May 8th. So this happened May 11th. So a few days after he returned from his home school was when he was planning on doing this thing, the pew pew. But on May 12th, apparently a person contacted an officer because she found some items in her home. So Detective Thomas and Detective Ramirez contacted the reporting person over concerns in regards to items she found in her home belonging to 01. So obviously I don't think the person that reported it was the mom, because the mom, like I said, the mom helped him. This has to be a different family member, in my opinion. 01 has been staying with the reporting person off and on for the past few weeks due to his behavior and threats towards a local school. I think they're talking about his grandma, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they found, I'm allegedly saying they probably found items in his grandma's house because, like I said, the mom was helping him. I mean, that's what the article said. Detectives contacted the reporting person and she stated on May 11, 2025, 01 was found hitting a live pew pew bullet with a hammer, and she stopped him. She asked him where he got the live bullet, and he told her his mother, the defendant, had pew pews and ammunition at her house, and she had given him the ammunition. The reporting person stated the defendant had been taking 01 to a local Surpass store and bought him tactical gear to include magazines, tactical black vest capable of concealing ball plates, tactical black helmet, and a various army clothing. This morning before going to school, 01 was telling the reporting person he was going to be famous and referenced for 14 words. 01 was picked up this morning by the defendant and left to school. Wow. Oh, I forgot to tell people I'm live. Hold on, guys. I always do that. Share, copy link. Hang on, guys. Oh, and my computer is being wonky. So by the time there we go. I had to let my Discord know I was live. Okay, so from my understanding was this is crazy. So his mom, Ashley, bought her son literally, she gave him the ammunition. She's been taking him to a local surpass store and bought him tactical gear and many other things. He told this person he was staying with on and off that the mom did it. He basically he admitted it. The mom was helping him and he was planning on doing this. And yet the mom picked him up from school, picked him up to take him to school. This is basically like the mother did not give, excuse my language, the mother did not give two fucking shits about him. Like, she did not give a shit. She knew what she was doing by, like, are you kidding me? 13 years old? Like, are you kidding me? Like, and the fact that the police had them on his radar since January 2025. I mean, I want to know, like, okay, I need to learn more. Let me read more of it and then I'll say it. He told the reporting person, so the person he was staying with, he told them that he was going to be famous and referenced 14 words. Are you freaking kidding me? The reporting person then began to look through the bedroom of O1 stays in and found the magazines, but they were now loaded with a live pew pew ammunition. And the pew pew magazines were also loaded with live ammunition. A improvised boom boom device was found using a mortar with the words for Brenton Tarrant, known as the Pew Pew, in 2019 New Zealand mosque, causing the death of 52 people. 14 words and multiple SS symbols, the duct tape. I can't read that because like Instagram, YouTube is gonna like flag me. But I'm right here. I'm gonna let you guys read that on your own. So basically, oh my god. Just to be clear, I know about this story. He did not pew pew the school. He was caught because the person he was staying with, allegedly, people say it's the grandma. I live in San Antonio. People talk. Allegedly, they said the grandma called 911 and said that this is what's happening and that the mother, which is her daughter, allowed it to happen. Like, she was taking him to the freaking store to let him buy whatever he wanted. Like, are you kidding me? I'm glad the grandma called 911 and said something, because if not, there would have been another mass shooting here. And there has been so much mass shootings, especially in schools for so many years. And I just think when the parents are involved, there's like multiple cases where the parents are involved, especially this one. This one is just like, okay, the mother didn't, like I said, excuse my language, the mother did not give two fucking shits. The mother obviously, I think the mother let her son do whatever the fuck he wanted. To be doing this, like the fact that you took your own son to go buy things and you gave him pew pew, it's making my brain hurt. That is not a parent. That is not a parent. That is a monster. That is a crazy monster. Because how can you do that? Like, your son, I mean, like, God forbid, I'm thankful the grandma said something. God forbid he could have harmed other children and taken lives. Like, oh my God. And like, I don't even think the mother cares. The reporting person also found a note on the kitchen table that had several names with numbers next to the names in O1's handwriting. The handwritten note by O1 references mass shootings. The names in the note were found to be the persons who have committed target mass violence shootings, and the numbers were related to the numbers of victims from each shooting. The quote 14 words is in reference to white supremacy. What the oh my God. Really? I mean, I think the police should have took him in the second time when he tried to commit, like, harm himself. I think the police should have interfered and be like, look, you've been on our radar since January of 2025. You looked up mass, pew-pews on a laptop that was issued by the school. I think they should have took him in. In my opinion, I think they should have took him in April when they said they looked into him again. And I told you, look, the reporting person is the grandmother to 01. 01 stays with the reporting person on various occasions, but does not live with her. The defendant, it's Ashley. So Ashley has been aware of the threats made by her son and has been in constant contact, ambient dismissed with local law enforcement, child protective services, and school personnel. It has been expressed to the defendant the concerns of her child's expression and desire to commit acts of mass shooting. Ashley expressed to the school her support of her son's violent expressions and drawing and does not feel concerned for his behavior. Ashley expressed to the school of her support to her son's violent expressions and drawings and does not feel concerned for his behavior. Oh my God. She has also been purchasing she has been purchasing tactical gear, ammunition, supplies, and exchanging for babysitting her son's younger siblings. Oh my God. So like I said, the mother, excuse my language, the mother does not give a shit. I mean, it said it right there in a nicer way. She told the school she supports him. Basically, she said it was over here. She told the school she supports her son's violent expressions in the drawings, and she doesn't feel concerned for his behavior. Are you dumb? Like, is she dumb? Ashley, are you fucking dumb? Are you dumb, Ashley? Like, you are not normal. I'm sorry. I'm getting very angry because, like, what the... If it was my mom would have beat me. Like, my mom would have, like, put me in a hospital and, like, have me treated or something. But what the fuck? I'm very angry because there is parents like this in the world. There literally is parents like this. There's parents like Jennifer Soto too in the world. Like, are you kidding me? And then there's good parents. I give out the props to the good parents for raising their kids right. I give props to the good parents. I don't give props to the parents who, like, excuse my language, who don't give a shit. Like Ashley. Ashley did not give a shit. Jennifer Soto did not give a shit. You cannot sit here and tell me Jennifer Soto was concerned for Maddie. She was not. She didn't give a shit. She let fucking Stephen Stearns do whatever he wanted to her. And allegedly, they say she didn't know. I mean, no. Oh, Eve. Ashley refusal to see her son's concerning behavior, and her assistant in gathering items for him that had been found to have been used in other acts of mass targeted violence. It is believed she is facilitating the 01's desire to carry out his threats. Yeah, she's basically like, well, here you go. That's basically what she did. On today's date, Detective Thomas went to 01 school in an attempt to contact 01, but it was found 01 arrived at the school wearing a mask, camouflage jacket, and a tactical pants, but left shortly after. His whereabouts are currently unknown. Due to the recent developments, the school had added extra security to include extra police officers, mobile stationary sweeps of the grounds for potential devices, and they stated they were in fear 01 may return to commit acts of mass targeted violence. It is above facts I have probable cause to believe the defendant intentionally and knowingly aided 01 by providing material support and resources with knowledge. The support and resources will be used to plan and carry out an offense under placing the school in further fear of serious bodily injury. Jesus Christ. And this is just, let me zoom in. You guys can see that. In April of 2025, the child was found to have been researching brutal attacks at 2 Mesquite. We read that part. On May 11th, the child's grandmother, with whom he lived intermediately due to his behavior issues found him hitting the live pew pew with a hammer and promptly stopped him, asking where he got the ammunition. The child told his grandmother that his mother Ashley, the dumb fuck, had given him the ammunition. The grandmother had also learned that Prado had been taking the child to military surplus stores. We read that basically she bought him whatever he wanted in order to pew pew the school in exchange for babysitting his younger siblings. The grandmother then reportedly went through the child's room, found what she found. We talked about it in the affidavit. This case started with a tip, and we take every tip seriously, said the chief. Most attackers show warning signs, obsessive interest in past violence, graphic fantasies, weapons stockpiling, and violent writings. These signs must be reported. That's exactly what happened on Monday. The family member spoke up within hours. The law enforcement responded, implemented safety plans, and took action. According to the affidavit, Prado has known about the child's threats and concerning behavior, and it has been in constant contact with law enforcement, child CPS, and school personnel. However, the affidavit prescribed Prado has been dismissive to the child's behavior, allegedly expressing to the school her support for her child's violent expressions, enjoying and voicing no concern for his behavior. We read that. Her bond is set at $75,000. The juvenile remains in custody at the Bexar County Juvenile Detention Facility, so they did catch him. He's currently sitting in the facility pending a judge's decision. This happened May 11th. So we're on the 17th. So this happened literally last week. Almost a week ago. So apparently Ashley's work spoke out and said that she's no longer working for her company that she worked for, and they don't support her and what her decisions were. You can tell the mother something was wrong with the mother, because no normal parent would support their kid if their kid said they were going to go pew pew a school. And this is her. This is Ashley, guys. Like I said, she's not normal. She's not normal at all. Like, at all. Because no normal person would do that. Like, So that is Ashley Prado. Now we're going to jump into the New Orleans inmates. So before, if you live in New Orleans or you know someone who's in New Orleans, please stay on the lookout. Please be aware of your surroundings, your six, as Duty Ron says, because as of now, there's 7 inmates still on the run, but before it was 11 inmates. They did catch one, and then they did end up catching more. So now there's 7 inmates still on the run. This is live updates. This I have been looking at to the core. I did post on my Discord the pictures of the inmates who escaped and of the drawing. I haven't found the video. I think it's going to show us the video. So let me just show you the video. This is the video of them escaping. And it's 11 of them.
Do your dry eyes still feel great?
So if you guys or anyone you know is in the New Orleans, please, 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 please be on the lookout. Be aware of your surroundings mostly. And another thing, do not travel alone. I mean, if you, I'll post, if I find the picture, I'll post it right now so you guys can see them. I'm pretty sure it'll show them. So, it says, oh, I'm sorry. It's odd, sorry. 7 of the 10, this is literally from 9:43 p.m. today. Right now, it's 9:07 for me, so 7 of the 10 inmates who escaped from New Orleans jail through a hole in a wall behind a toilet remain on the run May 17 as authorities in Louisiana continue a massive manhunt and wondered if the men had inside help. The inmates include some with red rum charges broke out of the jail in New Orleans Parish at about 1 a.m. on May 16th. Nearly a day later, Kendall Myers, Robert Moody, and I can't say your first name. I'm just say your last name. Dennis were back in custody, according to Governor Jeff Landry. 3 down, 7 to go. We are not slowing down. Lock them up, Landry says. So the inmates pulled a defective cell door off of his tracks before ripping away a toilet and sink unit from the wall. According to Suzanne Hudson, the sheriff of the New Orleans Parish, security footage showed the man leaving via a loading dock, scaling a wall, and running across the highway, Hudson said. We have indication that these detainees receive assistance in their escape from individuals inside of our department, Hudson said, adding that a jail employee saw them escape through surveillance and didn't report it. So you're telling me, okay, so one of two things. One, you had a defective door. You're with a bunch of prisoners who will do anything to get out. You're telling me you couldn't fix the defective door, or at least block the door or have security? And another thing, where are the officers at? Aren't they supposed to be watching them when they're out and out of their cells? Like, I think the only time they're supposed to get out is when they're at lunch or when they have to do jobs. I know they get like different job tactics. Where in though is like where in the heck are like the detectives? Where are they at? That's what I want to know. Sorry guys, hold on. That's what I want to know is like where were they? It makes no sense to me. And then she's saying that an employee saw them escape and didn't and failed to report it. Like, are you kidding me? Like that right there shows me. Can you hear me? I think you can. That right there shows me that jail did not really have top flight security. Because I mean, officials are offering up to $7,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. The 7 inmates still at large are Corey Boyd, Leo Tate, Jermaine Donald, Derek Groves, Lenton Van Buren, Anthony T. Massey, and Gary C. Price. So the jail they were at was the New Orleans Parish Prison in New Orleans. The jail opened in 1837. Are you kidding me? I don't know who this guy is, but are you kidding me? I'm trying to find more of this article. This is talking about a different guy. So not only did they escaped through a defective door, but somebody saw them and they didn't like, I don't know, they didn't think to like say anything. That's weird. In my opinion, that's kind of weird. I can see why they think like they had help through the inside. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, in my opinion, I think they did have help in the inside because, like, I mean, it said it right here. Someone saw him like take off in the security cam. This is weird. I'm gonna see if I can find the guys' what should we call it? Mugshots. And see, I haven't even been looking at the comments. So if you commented, I'll check right now. Let me get this real quick. Oh, it's taking me to Facebook. Okay. You guys can see my Facebook. So let me check the comment. Oh, hello. Hi, my love. I didn't even see your comments until just right now. But hello. How are you? How was your Saturday? So these are the guys. There we go. So if you live in New Orleans or anyone in the New Orleans area, please be on the lookout for these guys. So he was captured. There was another one. He was captured, and then I think it was this guy was captured because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think these right here, these 4 were captured, and it's just these right here who are still on the run. So these are the guys. If you or anyone you know is in the New Orleans area, please be on the lookout. Probably now because it's the 17th, maybe like Houston, Texas, Baymount area, like the borders. Like I'm pretty sure they're either they could be anywhere, but Texas and what's the other one next to Louisiana? Is it Alabama? I don't know my states by memory. I need to learn my states. Good at the gym. I haven't had a chance to read about this yet. Oh, that's good. I need to hit the gym too. I've been slacking on the gym. But yeah, it was crazy. I saw this on Facebook yesterday, and it's been like everywhere. So, like I said, if you're in the surrounding area, even if you're in Texas, like Houston area, Baymount, is it Baymount? Yeah. Border area from Louisiana to Texas, even from Louisiana to, let me get my map. Louisiana to, what is it, like Arkansas or Mississippi. Please be careful and look at your surroundings. These men are armed and dangerous. Some of them went in for red rum charges, so please be on the lookout for these guys. But yeah, that's crazy. And apparently, and we saw the video where they got out, and apparently, I mean, one of the people who works in the jail said it was an inside job because one, the person saw them, an employee literally saw them running out through surveillance and didn't report it, and two, they went out through a defective door. I would think, in my opinion, if you have a defective door in prison, you would get it fixed, or if you can't get it fixed, you would have security right there at all times. I mean, would you not? But like I said, apparently they said it was an inside job. So as of now, there's no new information. It's just they captured 4 more and there's 7 on the loose. So I'm going to leave this up here real quick while I get my last segment of the live, which is Diddy. I don't know if you guys have been looking at the Diddy trial, but a lot of stuff has been happening in the Diddy trial. Like a lot. And it's only week 1. And it's a lot. I've been seeing the Twitter comments of like, what's that guy's name? 50 Cent, yes. I think it's Boozy. Boozy was like talking like mad stuff about Cassie's now husband. It's also crazy. at this point, the Diddy trial. And let's talk about Diddy. So, Diddy's text with Cassie, released as a disgrace mogul's ex-trafficking trial, heads to its second week. So next week will be the second week. It's a lot. I mean, it is a lot. I haven't even had time to write down everything that happened in the trial. And I cannot get my computer to work. Okay, there we go. So, newly released text messages between Sean Diddy Combs and his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, gave a raw look into their violent 11-year relationship as a disgraced music mogul's federal ex-trafficking trial heads to its second week. I think somewhere it said they released the whole footage of the hotel security. I need to find it. I don't know where it's on my Discord. I'm not logged onto Discord on my computer, but if I can get it, I'll probably look for it. OMG, did you see Nancy? No, I didn't see Nancy. Can you send that to me? I would like to put it, or I'll look it up. The sexual explicit messages spanning 162 pages of legal documents were unsealed after lawyers for the Bad Boy Records founder exposed years of texts in effort to refute allegations of abuse and depict Ventura as a consenting participant in Combs' alleged freak-offs. The R&B singer, who was 8 months pregnant, spent the week in Manhattan federal court recounting in painstaking detail alleged rape, coerced sex, beatings, and other horrors she endured at the hands of the embattled record producer during her on-again, off-again relationship between 2007 and 2018. Through much of their text exchange, show day-to-day check-ins and the former couple expressing affections for each other. Others detailed conversations about sex, wild parties, and intimate fantasies. What the hell? Oh, wait, hold on. It was last night talking about a Tootsie Roll. A Tootsie Roll? Wait, I need to see Nancy. Okay, I need to see that. So these are the texts. I think blue is Cassie. The other one's P Dirty. So she said, I love you so much. She said, I love you more. She said, starting to reread now. Before I start, I just want to say thank you and I love you. If there's anything I can do for you to bring you to help make your day better, please hit me. Just love yourself, be happy, and really give the day to put yourself into my shoes. Be me for the day, and I promise I will be you. And let's come. C-O-M. For a second, it looked like corn. I was like, let's corn. What the heck is what's let's corn? Oh, let's compare notes. Oh, my bad. At the end of the day, my bad. I said, let's corn. She put, I love you. Have a great productive day. That's it. Those are the text messages. Oh, right here. In 2012 exchange, Combs told Ventura, obviously it's a bad word, you need to go to Doc. She replied, yeah, we did a lot of wieners, a lot of partying. Later that year, she texted the I'll be missing you rapper. I miss you. I miss that wiener. And I love our love sessions in the afternoon. Diddy creeps me out. Cassie, I don't know what you saw in Diddy. He creeps me out. He creeps me out like Jay-Z. I think it's, I don't know. I think it's the lips for me for Jay-Z, like those big duck lips. I'm sorry. If you like Jay-Z, I mean, hey, I don't judge you, but he creeps me out. I think it's the lips, the big duck lips for me. And if you have duck lips, I'm sure they look nice on you, but on Jay-Z, no. Other messages revealed heated arguments between the couple, with Ventura, 38, accusing Combs of treating her like a side piece, even as she vowed to treat him like a king no matter what. This week, jurors were shown one 2017 message where Ventura told Combs, "I'm too excited about one of their upcoming free coughs," as Obi would say. She also messaged Combs that she forgot an iPad, which she testified they used to record their homemade videos. What the? Combs once texted Ventura to have fun and press me when she was on her way to a sexy shop to get supplies for a free cough. Jurors learned the court also saw messages between the couple sent on May 26, 2017, near the end of their relationship about her run to the X shop called the Pleasure Chest. Ventura testified that when she went to the X-rated store, she would get different actual supplies, lubricants, outfits. Ventura previously testified that she participated in the free coughs to please Combs, and because she wanted to avoid his anger, which often resulted in him beating her. Combs, who is 55, is accused of racketeering and playing traffic on women for X during the free coughs and other serious crimes. He has pleaded not guilty and faces life in prison if convicted. What the hell? I didn't need to see that part. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff right here. Dawn Richard? Did she testify? I think she did. I want to look up the Nancy Grace one. Hopefully I don't get nannered because of Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace, if you hear me, please don't nanner me. Oh, I just put Nancy. I forgot to put Grace. My bad. Nancy Grace. Diddy. That sounded wrong. Search. Oh, right here? I think this is the one Sherlock is talking about. Let me see. Itty Bitty Diddy? I haven't seen it. I think it's this one she's talking about. If my computer decides to load. She said something about a Tootsie Roll.
Breaking news tonight, Sean Combs' Diddy's Tootsie Roll revealed as Cassie Ventura on cross-examination all day. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you.
She was groomed and abused. They need to stop. Exactly, yeah. I've been seeing a lot of hateful comments regarding Cassie. She just came out for attention, for money, and all this stuff. Cassie endured abuse, a lot of abuse, and she was groomed. Just like Aaliyah. Like, Aaliyah was abused and groomed by R. Kelly. And not a lot of people see that. A lot of people are like, oh, they're doing it for attention. They're doing it for money. Somebody did say that he did. I think she admitted, or Diddy. I think Cassie admitted that she was paid off by Diddy. It said it somewhere on New York Post that she was paid off by Diddy to not say anything. That's why she didn't say anything. But now she's coming out and speaking her truth, her story, what happened to her, and people are just coming for Cassie. I think people just need to leave Cassie and the other victims who are coming out alone, because they were abused and groomed. They were doing things that they didn't want to do, basically. Just like Aaliyah. Like, people talk shit about Aaliyah. They talk shit about other people who came out regarding R. Kelly. It's a whole lot of things, but I think this is the one you were talking about his Tootsie Roll. I haven't seen this one. I'll play some of it. I hope Nancy Grace doesn't nanner me.
Breaking news tonight, Sean Combs' Diddy's Tootsie Roll revealed as Cassie Ventura on cross-examination all day. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
Black eyes, fat lips, mouth sores, many UTIs. She was expected to go through with these freak-offs, and I think many of us watching here all feel the same way. I mean, justice for Cassie, Nancy.
Joining us at the courthouse, having sat through testimony all day, investigative reporter, co-host, Pop Crime TV, Lauren Conlon. Lauren, thank you for being with us. I cannot believe, Lauren Conlon, that one of the questions that was solicited, testimony from Cassie on cross-exam, was where Sean Combs, Diddy, actually claims that hotel beatdown of Cassie Ventura hurt his career. That's their takeaway from him beating her to an inch of her life. That, hey, didn't you know this is going to ruin his career? Seriously?
Never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having to go to court or pay expensive upfront legal fees. Listen, if you've been in a car accident.
There we go.
Yes, the defense kind of honed in on the fact of her lawsuit as well, her 2023 lawsuit. They asked her on the stand, well, what do you think happened to Sean Combs's career after you filed this lawsuit? There were some objections, but initially Cassie had to testify that, yeah, it didn't help. But that was a pretty incredible moment, Nancy.
Whoa. You mean the state did not stand up that moment and object? They let her start answering? What's wrong with them?
Well, they objected, and then the defense had to rephrase the question a few times. And it seems like that's happening a lot here. It's state of mind versus truth. That seems to be the theme. So there are a lot of objections, a lot of sidebars over this evidence, specifically the evidence of text messages and emails.
Oh, my stars. In just a moment, I'm going to go to high-profile lawyer Greg Morse, because if you want to be a trial lawyer, you've got to be like a gunslinger in the Wild West and have split-second timing, because you have to object the minute that question comes out of the other side's mouth before your witness can answer. That's the whole point. You don't let the answer start and let the question sink into the jury. No. Oh, they're slow on the draw. Okay, give me the highlights of what's happening with Cassie Ventura on the stand.
Yes, Cassie Ventura during cross-examination, I feel like the defense is being gentle. She's being cross-examined by one of Diddy's attorneys, Anna Estevella. And when I say that she's being gentle, they actually are sharing a few laughs on the stand when Cassie saw a 2007 email that she wrote Diddy. But essentially what we're seeing are emails of Cassie saying that she would do a freak off at any point with him. And these emails are coming in about 2.5 years after their relationship. There's also talk about how she would, quote, travel anywhere for him, do anything for him. Again, about 2 years into their relationship, when she testified during direct that she was being abused during this time and she didn't want to do freak offs. Additionally, during direct, she testified that she would be forced to do these freak offs during her period. Well, the defense showed us text messages today about Diddy asking her about when her period was for the purpose of FO planning. Additionally, they are showing pictures of Cassie texting Diddy getting off jets after an FO weekend, saying, I had a great time.
Hold on, back it up just a minute. Lauren Conlon joining me from the courthouse. So there were texts shown to the jury where Sean Combs, defendant Sean Combs, asked Cassie about her period as it relates to planning freak offs. At any point in those texts, did Sean Combs, say, oh, okay, we won't have a freak off that week? Did that happen?
She did not say, no, we won't have a freak off, but Cassie's response was that she was going to miss her period that month.
Okay, so I'm curious about what the state's going to do with that, because they left it hanging. He's not offering not to have a freak off during her period. How do I know he didn't plan the freak off specifically because she was having a period? I don't know. After all I've heard, that's possible. Okay, back to you, Lauren. What else happened?
So I want to tell you also what seems to be relevant for the defense, or what they're trying to prove, is Sean Combs's alleged opioid addiction. They are asking Cassie, did you think or did you know he was addicted to opioids? And she said, yes, he told me. And then they go on to say, well, don't you think that, when he was coming down from opioids or when he was withdrawing, he was a bit more volatile? In my opinion, they are really pushing this, that, when he was withdrawing from drugs, that's when he was violent, and that's why he was violent.
Okay. What I guess
I'm gonna skip because she said I think they get into his live like 15. His live. Oh, they get into his size like 15 minutes in. Okay, let's see. Diddy was one nasty man, dude. Poor Cassie. Let's see.
she would be drugged in order to perform the freak-offs.
We are learning about what a vile human Diddy is, as if we didn't already know. She did break down on the stand a few times. It is heartbreaking and just painful to listen to.
Vile, yes, but he's not here trying to be crowned Miss Congeniality. Okay, this is a felony multi-count indictment by the feds. And I'm wondering, straight out to a veteran trial lawyer, Greg Morse, joining me out of Palm Beach, criminal defense attorney of Morse Legal and author of The Untested on Amazon. Morse, I'm thinking about the actual charges here. And he's not charged with domestic abuse. And I'm just wondering if part of that is by plan. You just heard Rob Shooter, right? An everyman that actually knows Sean Combs. If the jury is left thinking, wow, did she stay in that willingly? Was that her decision to endure all that? Even though we see with our own eyes her being beaten and dragged back to a freak off she's trying to get away from, those issues could linger. But what they're going for, the gold, right, is the sex trafficking and the RICO charges, because those charges are the meat of this indictment. Those charges carry the biggest penalties. And all the state has to prove is that Sean Combs was in a loose group called a confederation, a loose group with other people that planned and executed illegal activities. That illegal activity could be as simple as transporting sex workers across state lines for a freak off. It could be paying them for illegal activity. Any of that would support the RICO claim. I want you to analyze the charges, because as emotional as the testimony is, as disgusting as the freak off video is, some of the jurors were actually like doing this, looking away. They could hardly look at it. One guy held his hand up to his head as he was watching a freak off video. It's so bad that the monitor, they have individual monitors like you have on an airplane, right? An individual monitor. Mm-hmm. So nobody out in the audience, or certainly not the press, can see what's on the screen. And there are privacy screens covering those individual monitors for the jury, because it's that disgusting. It's that debasing to.
Okay, let me read the article just so I don't get copyrighted. But that's nasty. I mean, did they showed the jurors the freak off videos? Oh God. Let's talk about Dawn Richard real quick. She testified she saw Sean Diddy. I don't want to see pork right now. She saw Sean Diddy Combs get violent with Cassie Ventura often. Singers Dawn Richard says Sean Diddy Combs beat his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura often, including once coming at her with a skillet, knocking her to the ground. A Manhattan court heard Friday. Richards, a former singer in the Combs-founded group Danity Kane, told jurors she first witnessed the music mogul attack Ventura in 2009, and apparently in a rage over his breakfast. He came downstairs angry and was saying where the F was his eggs, and Richard recalled that Combs she said during his court trial. Cassie has went through a lot with P. Diddy. Oh, poor Cassie. Literally, my heart goes out to Cassie, because poor Cassie, man. Like, poor baby. The singer and the other Danity Kane members were recording in the studio of Combs' Los Angeles mansion when they witnessed the incident in which he was screaming belligerent, asking where his food was. The Bad Boys record founder then took a skillet with eggs inside and tried to hit Ventura over the head with the pan, which was re-encountered. Ventura managed to partially deflect the blow from the pan by balling up into a fetal position on the floor, but Combs continued his vicious beatings. He started to punch her and kick her body and her head. Richard testified. Combs then put his arms around Ventura's neck and his hands on her head and dragged her up the stairs, Richards told the court. I was scared for her and scared to do anything, she said, adding that she didn't step in or call the cops, partly because, what did it say? Because I had never seen anything like that before. The next day, Combs allegedly summoned her and the other artists back to his home where he locked them in the recording studio and threatened them, Richard said. He said that what we saw was passion and what lovers in passionate relationships. No, the fuck. Diddy, shut the fuck up. No, that is not. No, that the fuck is not. Nobody who loves their significant other would beat the shit out of them. No, Diddy is just one fucking twisted ass dude. He said Ventura was okay and it would be in our best interest if we didn't say anything. Combs told them he was trying to take them to the top of the industry before menacingly saying where he was from. People go missing if they talk, Richards testified. Then Combs gave them flowers, Richards said. She said she understood he was threatening death. Richards filed a sexual assault lawsuit against Combs in September, alleging he once broke into her dressing room and groped her breast and butt. Another time, he invited her to his Miami home and welcomed her wearing nothing but his underwear, according to her lawsuit. When she asked him to put his clothes on, he became enraged, yelling, "This is my fucking house," the suit claimed. Richards is expected to testify Monday. I think another one I want to talk about is the baby oil one. I think this is it right here. Yeah. P. Diddy is one messed up guy. I hope he stays in prison for life. Pork, yeah, the pork commercial came up like. Okay, let's see. So a federal agent testified Friday about how disgraced hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs had baby oil, lubricant, and drugs and cash stashed all over the New York City hotel room where he stayed to negotiate his surrender last year. The agents raided room 21115 at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Manhattan on September 16, 2024, after Combs' arrest that day, finding bags of lubricant and baby oil inside the entry closet of the room, said the Department of Homeland Security. The feds also found more lube in the bathtub and in the nightstand of the room, according to the testimony from Binda and the photos shown the jury. A pill bottle of Kino something, written Frank Black, an apparent fake name, was also found inside a Louis Vuitton bag on the nightstand, along with apparent mood lighting. Inside the nightstand drawer were pink-colored drugs, which were etamine and MDMA. A similar pink mysterious powder linked to dangerous Venezuelans and reportedly loved by Diddy have recently blown through New York City, inciting the drug scene. Have said the synthetic drug known as some circles as Tisu has popped up in a growing number of recent narcotic busts, and sources said last year. During the testimony Friday, jurors were given a bag of pink drugs to look at and pass around. They just gave him the thing like that just to pass it around. What the? The feds also found $9,000 in cash in a black fanny pack inside the room, said Binda, who was part of a law enforcement team that entered the room with search warrants. During Binda's testimony, Combs put his hands on his forehead and patted his head while he spoke to his lawyers. Combs, who is 55, has been in New York to negotiate his surrender during the federal ex-trafficking investigation in September of 2024 when agents raided his hotel room. The fallen hip-hop star had traveled the Big Apple in anticipation of his arrest on federal crimes stemming from a grand jury indictment. On Thursday, lawyers grilled Combs' ex, Cassie, about the claim that the Bad Boys Records founder dosed one victim with lubricant that was mixed with some type of drug before a vicious assault. She told jury Wednesday that Combs once filled a inflatable pool with bottles of baby oil and other lubricants for a hotel room freak-off. What the hell? My question is like, what the hell did, like, he stated all these, like, he was mostly at hotels. I want to know, what the hell did he tell the hotel when he did that? Oh, wait. What did she say? It was an inflatable pool. I thought he used the hotel's pool. I was like, I wonder how he told the hotel he was going to do that to their pool. Another one I do want to read is the Justin Bieber one, because apparently Justin Bieber, they said he came out talking. Is this it? I don't know if this is it. Hold on. I don't think this is it. Okay, wait, let me look it up. Well, let me play a little bit of Nancy while I look up that one. Okay. Let me let Nancy play. Oh, my computer is being wonkers again.
To Cassie Ventura.
There you go.
It's that bad. Question is, can they prove the sex trafficking? Can they prove the RICO?
Well, I mean, RICO is used because it makes the government's job easy. That's why they use it. You're responsible for other people's
Not what I
actions.
asked
That's why
you.
the conspiracy's
Sounds like
there.
you got sour grapes. I asked, can they prove it?
No sour grapes, not at all.
It's never easy
listen,
when you're sitting
as-
across a courtroom full of $10 million
Just-
lawyers. That's never easy. You're being
just-
trite, and I don't like it.
No, not being trite, but what you have here is a domestic violence situation that the federal government bootstrapped into this ridiculous sex trafficking case. It is very easy for them to prove, because if you have one person talks about Cassie wanting to go to Atlanta, there's your interstate right there. So it's a very easy element that's already been proven this morning. However, so if you have prostitutes that are hired to come to these parties, even though it's consensual, the government can prove that. There you go. It's proven right there. But the reality of Cassie's testimony, unfortunately for this young lady, is that she wasn't happy in the relationship. She was upset, and this should be a state domestic violence situation. The battered spouse relates to the domestic violence, not the parties that she was intentionally going to.
Actually,
we may not.
Starting to lose the respect I had for you as an adversary. You're a great defense lawyer. You're great in the courtroom. You win a lot of cases. But to say to Lynn Shaw joining me, founder, director of Lynn's Warriors, dedicated, it's a nonprofit to ending sex trafficking and abuse.
Nancy Grace scares me. I don't know why, but she kind of scares me. I don't know. She's a scary lady. But I respect her. She does do some good work. So apparently, allegedly, People's Magazine allegedly says Justin Bieber broke silence on whether he was one of the victims of Diddy. I have been seeing this everywhere. I've been seeing other true crime people talk about this. I was like, you know what? Let me talk about it and see what my viewers say. So let's see. I mean, Justin Bieber was young when he met Diddy. I think he was like 14, 15 when he signed with Usher first. And then Usher brought him around Diddy, and then he started hanging out with Diddy alone. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? I think, in my opinion, yeah. In my opinion, yes. I think maybe he was one, and he's not gonna come out and speak. Because I mean, it's Diddy, for fuck's sakes. Diddy did some nasty shit to a lot. I'm pretty sure a lot of people. He's disgusting. I'm glad she checked his ass. Yeah, Nancy Grace literally checks anybody's ass. Like, she will put you in check because she's terrifying. Yeah, Nancy's terrifying, but I respect her. She does some good stuff. 15, I think. Yeah, I think he was 15. Because I remember he was with Usher. He signed on with Usher, and then Usher started hanging out with Diddy, and then that's when Justin was hanging out with Diddy. And then I think there's videos that started resurfacing on Twitter where he was saying that he was going to spend a whole night or a whole day. I think it was a whole night or a whole week, something like that, with Diddy. And he looked kind of uncomfortable, or I don't know. A lot of people were saying things. I need to find it. When I find it, I will show you guys. So this is from the People's Magazine. Allegedly, this is what they're saying. Justin Bieber has allegedly broke his silence regarding Diddy Combs. The singer, who's 31, has largely remained quiet regarding his former friend and longtime contributor, Diddy, September's arrest following, what Diddy was charged with. However, Bieber's rep has now released a statement to confirm that he was not one of the Bad Boy Records founders' victims. Although Justin is not among Sean Combs' victims, there are individuals who are genuinely harmed by him, the spokesperson said in a statement. Attained by people, shifting focus from his reality distracts from justice these victims rightfully deserve, the rep added. The trial of Diddy started Monday the 12th after the rap mogul was indicted in September on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting to engage in prostitution. He has pleaded not guilty. After Combs' arrest, a source told People in September that Bieber was focusing on his family after welcoming his son, Jack Blues, with his wife, Hailey Bieber, the month prior. He is aware of Diddy's arrest and all allegations. The insider told People at the time it is not anything that he wants to focus on, though. In March of last year, a clip of Combs hanging out with 15-year-old Bieber resurfaced after the rapper's properties were raided as an allegations against him mounted. In the video shared by Bieber's YouTube page in 2009, the Love Yourself singer and Combs were in the midst of spending 48 hours together. There it was 48 hours. And while the record producer refused to, quote unquote, disclose what they were up to, they discussed the prospects of getting some girls. Yeah, that was it. That was the video I was talking about. Usher was groomed by him too, sent to live with him as a teen. Yeah. The clip opened with Combs showing Bieber his Lamborghini and offering to give him the car once he turned 16, as well as his mansion once the young star was 18. You ever seen the movie 48 Hours right now? Justin is having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy, the rapper said, adding they were having the times of their life. This is the video. Let's see. Oh, is there no volume? Oh, yeah, wait. Oh, wait.
16.
Wrong one. I had nasty phone.
Yeah, this will be yours. So every time you come in LA, it's a little dusty, but go get the front shot of it.
Man.
That out. Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No,
All right,
No.
16.
you're not ready.
16.
Let's slow
All right.
down. Let's slow down, Judge.
Okay.
Let's slow down,
One,
okay?
one step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang out with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Yeah. I feel like, they said they found this video. I feel like if Diddy did do something to Justin Bieber or made Justin Bieber do something he didn't want to do, I'm pretty sure he burnt it or hid it somewhere. Justin Bieber said it himself. He is not a victim of Diddy. But yeah. He said they're going to go buck full crazy in that 48 hours and that they were going to go get some girls. It's Diddy. Diddy is one nasty guy, I'm pretty sure. And Justin was only 15 years old when this happened. Jeez. Where was the other one? I think when Cassie said Diddy had OD on something like that. Like the Diddy trial was so crazy. It is crazy. And this is only week 1. Can you imagine week 2 and the weeks on what other gross stuff is going to come out on what other gross stuff Diddy did? Oof. Let me see if I can find it. I know they put the whole video of Cassie and Diddy. I don't know if you guys want to see it. The hotel video. If you guys want to see it. Can I put that on YouTube? I think I can. I don't know if I can. If I can, I'll put it on my Discord. But we've seen it before. I don't know. It's like 2 minutes. If you guys want to see it, let me know. I just want to bring awareness to Cassie because Cassie did not deserve the abuse. I'm saying it. Cassie did not deserve the abuse. The things that Cassie didn't want to do, Cassie did not deserve that. Along with many other victims of Diddy, they did not deserve that. Diddy manipulated them so bad. He even threatened Danity Kane to not say, the Danity Kane singers not to say anything. He used his power, his money, and he said that from what he told the group Danity Kane, he said people who talk usually go missing, and they were they were scared for their lives. I feel like Diddy basically took power. Diddy did what's that one guy's name from Nickelodeon? Was it Nickelodeon? The producer, the one that came out on what, it's a documentary. God dang, what's his name? What's his name? Oh my god. Drake Bell. Was it Drake Bell? Drake Bell was abused by I think it was the Nickelodeon producer or something with Nickelodeon. Oh, what's his name? Hold on, wait. Let me look it up. Oh, what's his name? They just made like a documentary on it. Like what? Ron Schneider. Was that his name? I think his name was Ron Schneider or something Schneider. God dang, what was his name? I forgot his name. But it was the documentary they did on, was it Nickelodeon? Or it was like a, let me look it up real quick. Nickelodeon? How do you spell Nickelodeon? Dan Schneider. There you go. His name was Dan Schneider. I was like, what is his name? God dang. Dan Schneider, if you haven't seen, the documentary is called Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV. It's on HBO Max or Max. If you haven't seen it, let me show you. You need to see it. Like, I saw it, and that guy, your browser has lost connection to your screen share audio. I don't know what that means. Dan Schneider was basically like another Diddy. He used his power, his money, and from what him and Diddy did, they're the exact same people. They use money, power, and what they say, quote unquote, new opportunities for their careers on like on their victims to do what they wanted. They're basically like the same people. Like, they're the same exact person. If you haven't seen it, there it is. You can watch it on HBO Max, Hulu, or YouTube. But that documentary was crazy when I saw it, because there is things that happen behind closed doors that we don't know, especially when it comes to like kid shows. Like, apparently people say allegedly Disney, I mean, I don't know, people said Disney had some crazy stuff behind the scenes with their actors who were younger. Nickelodeon for sure, because they made the documentary. There's a lot of things that we don't know, and they're finally coming to light. And I, in my opinion, am happy that the victims are coming out and speaking, because now we get to know what's going on, because they always like never tell us what's happening. They always shed it behind. And with Cassie, now that she's coming out and speaking, I support Cassie. I'm gonna sit here and say I support Cassie for coming out and speaking, because she didn't deserve the abuse. She didn't deserve any of that, along with the other victims of Diddy. They didn't deserve any of that. They were scared by Diddy. Diddy was a fucking asshole. And there's people on the internet who think they're just doing it for attention, or they're like, oh, they got paid, why are they coming out and speaking? Like, for fuck's sakes, dude, like, they were fucking abused. Like, they were fucking blackmailed. They were scared. They were threatened. Of course they're not going to come out and speak. Like, I don't understand why people say that. Like, oh, I don't get why they're coming out now. They should have came out then. They were scared. It's bad. So trigger warning to the full video. Okay. But yeah, this is the one I was talking about. The Quiet on Set one. This one was crazy. Dan Schneider was a nasty piece of shit. So if you guys want to see it, it's on HBO Max. Dan Schneider basically is another Diddy. Let me show you guys. I am going to show you. I do. What is it? Viewer discretion is advised. If it is triggering, or if you guys, god dang it, what did I click? I'm always clicking something. Hang on. I lost my train of thought. Very, 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 very trigger warning. You guys are more than welcome to get off my live or end it, or if you're watching replay, you're more than welcome to skip it. Because it is very hard. It's very triggering. Well, not this commercial, but of the hotel video of Cassie and Diddy. My heart goes out to Cassie Ventura. I mean, she is one brave woman. She's coming out and speaking, and she faced a lot of abuse. I mean, she's telling us the whole story of what happened. A lot of people are coming out and saying what happened. My heart goes out to them. I wish I can give them a hug. I know maybe like some people are gonna be like, a hug is not gonna do nothing. I want to give them a hug. Like, you know, it breaks my heart so bad. Viewer discretion is advised, guys. And what sucks is like this doesn't have audio. So Cassie's scared. And I think she tried calling for security, and Diddy was not feeling it. Oh my god, you can see what he's doing in the mirror. I just want to say, Diddy, you're a fucking piece of shit. I sincerely hope he stays in fucking prison for life. And like, did anyone in that like level where they're staying at, like that section, did they hear them? I mean, or did he rent it out? Did he rent out that whole section? All right, I have to stop it because I think I'm getting flagged. That seeing that really broke my heart. Oh, Cassie. Whew. I kind of cried a little bit. That broke my heart. Like I said, if a massive trigger warning, you're more than welcome to exit the live and come back after, or skip that part. You guys matter to me, so if it's very trigger warning, so if that's something, you don't want to see, by all means, you can exit my live, you can come back later, you can skip it. I do care about you guys, and you guys come first, so yeah. Like I said, a lot of people are talking bad about Cassie and the victims who are coming out I would never talk bad about them just because, like, you know, the reason they didn't come out then was because they were scared. They were being blackmailed. They were being paid to not come out. They're coming out now because he's behind bars. They feel kind of safe. You know, and like I said, I'm proud of Cassie for coming out and speaking her truth about what happened between her and Diddy. I don't get why people, talk bad about her or anybody else. I don't. It just like any other case. Like, I'm trying to think of a case, but I can't. But yeah, I mean, Diddy, with everything that happened, I'm pretty sure Diddy is going to be in prison full life. Like, the Bad Boys is going to be in there full life. I'm trying to see. I couldn't find the other article of where they talked about I think Cassie or somebody had said Diddy had OD or something. I couldn't find it. I saw it like 2 days ago, but I can't find it now. I'm trying to think. But yeah, week 1 of the Diddy case was crazy. They start back again on Monday for week 2. And I don't know if Cassie is coming back on the stand or they're going to have somebody else. Somebody had put like on TikTok, they're like, what about Jaguar? You think Jaguar is going to come out? I don't know. I'm pretty sure she might. Jaguar has said some crazy stuff too, and it ended up being true. Who was the other one? Cat Williams. Cat Williams has been telling everyone for years about Diddy, like, be careful with Diddy, And people thought he was crazy. People thought she was crazy. When Jaguar came out, I was like, whoa, who is this person? And then, like, slowly, like, the stuff she was saying was, like, coming out true. And I was like, oh, okay. She knew. So did Cat Williams. Who was the other one? There's another one. I forgot who it was. But, I don't know, guys. Who do you think is going to come out on the stand next? Who do you think is going to come out in those videos? I'm pretty sure, what is the FBI in them? I'm pretty sure they know who was in all those freak off videos. So I think it's only a matter of time until someone else gets arrested or someone else takes this, like, comes out. It's crazy. This whole Diddy thing is like, it's crazy. It is crazy. And then, Nancy Grace said, the jurors had to watch those videos. Diddy creeps me the fuck out. He's nasty. Okay. So that's Diddy trial. Let's see if there's any updates on, what did we talk about? I put another one on Discord. Oh snap, I turned my phone off. I don't know why, but my Discord doesn't connect to my computer. Did I put my Discord link? I don't think I did. I don't have my mod tonight. Let me see. I don't know how to spell Discord. There it goes. Ashley. I'm trying to figure out the other case I did. There's my Discord. If you guys would like to join, there's my Discord link. It's down below. No, we talked about Ashley already. Yeah, I think we did the cases I wanted to do tonight. Let's see. What do you guys think about the Annabelle doll? I don't know if you guys saw it, but apparently they moved Annabelle. If you've seen the movie, what is it, The Conjuring or Annabelle? You remember how they made that movie about the scary doll? Well, the real Annabelle, there's a real Annabelle, the doll, the Raggedy Ann doll. They moved it from where she was from to New Orleans, and now it's here in San Antonio, Texas. I live in San Antonio. A lot of people are actually paying to go see the doll. I'm terrified of dolls. I do not like dolls. Dolls scare me for many reasons. Why? I don't know. They're just weird. But The Annabelle doll is now here in San Antonio, Texas, and a lot of people are speculating that Annabelle caused the fire that happened in New Orleans and the inmate escapes. And now they're saying it's here in San Antonio. A lot of people are, people they're like, oh, something's going to happen. I don't know. Get Annabelle out of here. I'm scared of dolls. Okay. I don't like dolls. If I see a doll coming near me, I'm going to run or I'm going to melt. My whole body is probably going to melt because I don't do dolls. Okay. I'm terrified of dolls. We went from true crime to dolls. I can never stay on one topic. I don't know if you guys have seen the Annabelle doll. I don't even want to look up the Annabelle doll. I'm fucking terrified. If you haven't seen it, look up the movie Annabelle. Literally. Let me show you guys. Like, I kid you not, the doll is here in where I live, like in my hometown, and I'm terrified. And people are paying to go see this doll. I would not pay to go see that doll. I'm scared of that doll. I'm more scared of Robbie the doll than Annabelle. I'm listening but busy. Oh, hello, Kitty Q. Honestly, that doll scares me too. Like, they said I don't know. I think they said you can't look at him or you can't look in his eyes or something. I don't know. I don't look at dolls. If a doll's coming my way, if a doll's looking at me at the left, I'm looking backwards. I'm not even looking at the doll. This is Annabelle. Annabelle, if you listen, I respect you, but I think they need to send you back home. I do not do Annabelle. I do not do dolls. Dolls scare me. I don't know what is it about dolls and bugs. I'm terrified of dolls and bugs. Like, bugs creep me out. I don't know. I don't like bugs. Bugs and dolls are the number one. The two things that creep me out. If I see a bug or a doll, I completely I get scared. I think when I was little, I was they used to terrorize me with bugs and dolls. Bugs and dolls for fun. I keep saying dogs. If I say dogs, I mean dolls. But yeah, she's here in San Antonio. You can go to the Victoria's Black Swan Inn and you can see her. She's here for some Psychic and Spirit Fest. Well, she needs to get on a train and go back home, okay? Because and people are paying to go and see her. That's what's crazy. And not me. Okay, I'm not gonna pay to go see that doll. I'm scared of her. I think she'll sense me from a mile away. Like, I kid you not. I'm terrified of them. I am I don't know. I think it's just especially the porcelain ones, like the porcelain dolls with those breakable faces. The eyes scare me. I feel like their eyes are moving and looking at you. They terrify me so bad. So bad. I mean, when I was little, I used to be into Cabbage Patch Kids. And then I don't know what happened one day that I said, nope, I want no doll. I do not like dolls. My grandma used to have a bunch of dolls in her house. And I used to get so scared when I would see them. I would be like, you need to throw them away. Or one time I did throw one in the trash. And then my grandma got mad at me because I threw it in the trash. But I was like, girl, I do not do dolls. You should know this by now. Me and dolls are a no-go. Especially bugs. I don't do bugs. I don't do them. I'm terrified of bugs. Very, very, very terrified. There was one I saw on TikTok. Okay, we need to get back. What was I saying? There was one on TikTok. Oh, what was it called? Hang on. Is my TikTok on there? I don't think my TikTok's on there. Hold on. I have to find it. It was about a horse. Horse.
Do you hear that, Sid? There's a man. Do you hear that, Sid? There's a man in the woods.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a little. This is gonna make you hurt. So the other day I was on TikTok, and my TikTok, I have two TikToks. I have my personal TikTok and I have my true crime TikTok. I was on my true crime TikTok, and it's nothing but true crime. And this one thing that came out was about a horse and about a horrible horse abuse that happened to this horse. I'm trying to find it, but the horse is named Coben. So all over TikTok, it's justice for Coben, and it's a picture of a horse, and they end up showing. TikTok shows some crazy like stuff. Like they show literally the autopsy and like the red rum pictures, and it showed the picture of the horse who was abused, and his head had like the biggest gash of his life. He was bleeding. Apparently, the stable and the people he was with abused him so bad that they did that to him. I am trying to find it so I can show you guys. But if you go on TikTok, just look up hashtag justice for Cobain, Cobain, and it comes up. And apparently the story goes was that the horse didn't want to get loaded up in a trailer, something like that. And I mean, the story to me is still kind of like foggy in my brain because they don't really like share a lot of the story, and I'm still digging into it. But apparently, they left the horse hanging and it died, just because they didn't want to load in the trailer. This is it right here. I don't know if so it goes back and forth with the name. I'm gonna figure out who the horse belonged to, but his name's Coben. So his trainer tied Coben in a stall with his head and neck extended vertically upwards for several hours just because he wouldn't load up into the trailer. She left him laying there while she went to a horse competition that Coben was supposed to go to. He was tied to the highest pole on the stall wall by a rope hauler and lead line that was permanently attached to the rope halter. Coben didn't have access to any food and water, which caused his brutal death. He did have like a big gash, and it like shows the actual pictures that they took of the horse, and it broke my heart. Apparently, I don't know. They have a name, but I'm not sure if that's the name. Let me see. Coben the horse. Yeah, there it is. It's a lot of speculations. Okay. There it is. Okay, I found it. I think that's the lady's name then. Okay, wait. Okay. So I think I found the name, if this is the name. It broke my heart seeing it. I have a big heart for animals, and when I saw that on TikTok, it caught my attention because I was like, how in the freak can people do that? So apparently this is it. Let me see. Oh, god dang it. I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. I mean, where is it? Are you kidding me? It's not gonna let me read it because I have to subscribe. I don't want to subscribe. Ugh, hang on. I'm gonna find the TikTok, and once I find a TikTok, I'll put it on Discord for you guys. Oh wait. Huh. Look, I have it on TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, Facebook. There you go. Oh, really? There we go. So this is recently hearing about the tragic news of Coben, the beloved horse, being killed due to being restrained in his halter has left many of us in disbelief and heartache. It's shocking to think that someone could treat a magnificent creature in such a cruel manner. Horses are not just animals, they are companions, partners, and a way of life for many people. This is someone who's talking about the horse. The person who owned the horse, allegedly her name is Shannon, and I'm going to dig more deep into it. If it is Shannon and this barn, I will put it in my Discord and you guys can look at it, and then I will come back on live and I will talk about it. But I do want to talk about this case and bring awareness to this, because not only do I talk about people, I want to talk about animals and what people do to animals. Like, people are so heartless to animals. Some people are heartless to animals. Over the years, I've had privilege of taking photos of many clients with their horses, capturing the joy and connection that these beautiful creatures bring into their lives. Each image tells a story of trust and companionship, and I just cannot imagine anyone being so cruel to one of these incredible animals. Horses represent freedom, strength, and deep bond that transcends mere ownership. When we see stories like Coban's, it serves as a painful reminder that not everyone understands or values this bond. I also have fond memories of riding horses myself, and I often wish I had stuck with it. These lessons learned from riding, responsibility, patience, and empathy are invaluable. Horses bring joy, therapy, and sense of purpose to our lives. Losing a horse like Coban is not just a loss of a pet. It's a loss of felt deeply within the community of horses lovers and caretakers. We must advocate for better treatment and understanding of these incredible animals to ensure that no horse suffers in such tragic ways. Again, Coban's story should inspire us to speak against cruelty and cherish the beautiful relationship we share with these horses. I will share Coban's stories in hopes that everyone like this, and in hopes that nothing like this happens again. And this is not Coban, it's just pictures of horses. So apparently, the person who did it was named... Hi, Sunnyside! Allegedly the person they said that did it was Shannon Elkins of Hat Tricks Sport Horses. I'm nervous to click on it. I hope it does not show the picture of the horse. I think it is. Dang it.
We have covered on this account thus far, and for that reason I need to provide you guys with the disclaimer now that if you are triggered or easily disturbed by gore, by horse...
Hang on, let me see. I just don't want it to show the picture of the horse. I don't.
To Shannon. Provided this investigation will never... Or employee found Cobain in his stall, and shortly after his stall. And then it also references photos that were taken of Cobain, and they are included in this court document, but I will not be putting them here. They are horrendous to look at. The photos, you can see Cobain hanging in his stall. Well, he literally was just hanging. It's horrible. It's a horrible photo. And there was blood absolutely everywhere. With that being said, later on at or around 11 a.m. on July 31st, 2021, a friend of an employee found Cobain in his stall, and shortly after that, the actual employee arrived to Shannon's farm, and she also found Cobain hanging dead in his stall. And I'm assuming one of them took the photos of Cobain. And then the employee apparently notified Shannon of Cobain passing away. And then after that afternoon, Shannon notified the owner that Cobain had cast in his stall, and that is what caused him to pass away. She stated that she was present when he passed away, but that she just couldn't assist him and couldn't help him out of his predicament, and that he unfortunately died. Now, this is verbatim. This is from the record. These are just allegations. None of this has been proven in the court of law. Let me just see that. Within a few hours, allegedly, Shannon had Cobain's body removed from the farm to an undisclosed location, which prevented the owner from getting a necropsy or being able to cremate Cobain's body. So, allegedly. That is wild to me, though. Over the next year, Shannon refused to provide the location of Cobain's body to the owner. So the owner never.
So this girl, she's just talking about the case. So allegedly, Shannon is the trainer for Cobain. So she's the one who puts him in the trailer and takes him to like the horse riding competition. She's the trainer. The owner, from what she's saying, is the owner had no knowledge of what had happened, and that she didn't know that allegedly Shannon had got rid of Cobain's body, and the owner didn't know that, from what I'm understanding. So basically, the trainer was the one who essentially killed Cobain by hanging him because he didn't want to get on the trailer. That's something you don't do to an animal. You don't harm or kill an animal because they don't do what you want them to do. Horses are very delicate animals, just like any animal. We've talked about the case of the girl who beat her poodle, what was it, like 4-month-old little puppy, who beat him with a belt, and people were recording her. Yeah, she did get arrested. I think she's out on bond, if I'm not mistaken, or she's in jail. But she did get arrested. It happened here in San Antonio. She beat her puppy with a belt. I think I did a video on it. His name was what was his name? Danos? I think his name was Danos. Danos the puppy. And he did get fostered, and he is now in a loving home. Like I said, animals are very delicate creatures. I don't get why people are so cruel to animals. Like, just because an animal doesn't want to do what you want to do does not mean you go and kill them or beat them. Don't do that. Do not do that. There's even people who have fantasies with animals. There was a man who did actual activities with animals. Bestiality is what it's called. I think it's bestiality or something like that. I don't get why people are so cruel to animals. Animals are so cute little people. Like, they're cute little babies. Like, I don't understand how people can abuse I don't understand how people can abuse animals. I don't get that. I'm gonna let her finish talking.
Found where he was buried at. Crazy. And then upon further information, there are allegations that Shannon has done this to other horses. It names a horse, Winston, in these allegations, which is one of the barrel horses that was trained by Shannon. I'll enter a photo of him now. And then other allegations are that she excessively whips horses on their flanks, their legs, shoulders, necks, and even their heads, and leaves whelps on them. Crazy. And then there are allegations that she has been seen tying horses to fence posts overnight with no food or water. And then eventually, what led to this lawsuit, the owner finally received information and photographs around Cobain's death prior to this lawsuit, I'm assuming in the beginning of 2023. And she ended up reaching back out to Shannon and pressed further onto where Cobain's body was located, and then tried to get more information around his death. Shannon ended up changing her story and eventually told the owner that Cobain actually passed away from colic. Crazy. After these allegations, after this lawsuit is filed and given to Shannon, she answers on July 7th, 2023, and essentially denies vast majority of the allegations, obviously. And then she states that there was a business agreement. There was one between her and the owner, but that the owner's description of it was inaccurate and should be stricken from the complaint. And then she heavily relies on the fact that she had posted signs pursuant to South Carolina law, which limit the liability of horse professionals. So that was her defense. And in my opinion, the most important statement from her answer, I'm going to read this verbatim. The death of the horse identified in the complaint was not caused by any act or omission on part of the defendant. The defendant is informed and believes that the horse died of natural causes. The photographs attached of the complaint do not show evidence of struggle as alleged, but in fact show evidence of no struggle. They show the straw bedding in an undisturbed state, and the photographs show images of the result of a horse dying of natural causes and falling. If you've seen the photos, you know that is absolutely bullshit. That's just my opinion. And then Shannon believes that all claims against her should be dismissed based on the waiver that she had signed between both parties. She went as far to say that she believes the complaints and all causes of action contained therein be dismissed with prejudice, with fees and cost awarded to her. Now, that is essentially the conclusion of the lawsuit, besides them eventually settling with an ADR, which an ADR is just an alternative dispute resolution without going to court. They ended up settling not long ago. They ended up settling on February 18th, 2025, so a couple weeks ago. This lawsuit was drawn out for quite a long time, honestly. They had 3 sealed depositions, which are just like witness statements. They ended up, like I said earlier, filing for a stipulation of dismissal, and that dismissed all claims of prejudice, and they ended up settling the lawsuit. So no charges, like we said, were filed. Now, what bothers me the most out of this is that this can happen to a professional, and she did not bat an eye. She has since attended 15 USEF shows. Her most recent show was the Cupid Classic in Aiken, South Carolina, literally February 7th this year. That's wild to me. I think this lawsuit's pretty well known around South Carolina, but beyond that, I'm unsure. There has been so many articles on it, and there's even like a thread in the Chronicle of the Horse forums or something.
I want to find that lawsuit. If I can find that lawsuit, I'm going to read you guys that lawsuit. So, from what I'm getting, allegedly, Shannon has been doing this to many, many, many other horses, and she tried to make it seem like it was a natural cause of death. I'm going to get those pictures and put it on Discord. Let me do that right now so you guys can see it. And they said that the horse did it naturally. I don't think that horse did it naturally. I think that horse was murdered. Hang on, guys. Hang on, I'm trying to get it. I'll get it after the live. Yeah, I'll get it after the live. She needs to be locked up. Yeah, she needs to be locked up and throw the key away. That's what they need to do. Let's look her up. Her name's Shannon. So they say that's her name, Shannon Eckel. Shannon Eckel. Her company is, okay, let's look up the company. Hat. I think that's it. Hat Trick. Oh, snap. What did I'm always pressing a button that I don't need to be pressing. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share. Well, dang, hold on. I have to do it on my phone because, like I said, my Discord's not on here. And what did I look up? Hat Trick. Oh, I think it was horse. I can never spell. Okay, there it is. I'm going to send you this thing on Facebook. I cannot show you it because it does have the picture of the horse. From what they say is the horse. It's gonna be on my Discord. Go underneath true crime cases. Look up Coben. I'm adding it now. Coben the horse, and I'm putting it right now. It's a Facebook post. You guys can see it on your time whenever you can. Go to my Discord. Where is it at? Excuse me. Go to my Discord and then go to True Crime Cases, and it's Coben the horse, and you'll find the section. This happened back in, I think she said 2023, 2022, somewhere around there. Her name, from what they say allegedly, is Shannon Eckel. She works for Hat Trick Sports Horses in South Carolina. They do have a Facebook page. I am going to get, because I see there is court docs, I am going to try to get those court docs. Actually, can I get it right now? Shannon Eckel. Oh, snap. If I can, amazing. I'll have to look it up. Me too. Me too. Oh, wait. Did I get it? Wait. I have to subscribe to View. What the floop? I want a free one. God dang it. Oh. Hang on, guys. I think I got it. Oh. I would like to see a document, please. God dang it, I lost it. Okay. If this is the right one, this happened in 2023. It just shows me a little preview of it. Oh, yeah. Okay. It is it. Okay. Yep. So it ended up being, okay, let me share this to Discord. If you're in my Discord, it's all on there right now. I don't have Discord set up on my computer for some reason. He was so beautiful. Yeah, he was a beautiful little horse. It's there, the court doc. Apparently it was dismissed. It was filed back in May 10th of 2023. Can I see the docket? Can I download the docket? I have to pay for the docket. Dang it. Okay. Wait. Okay, wait. So there was a new one, apparently, filed February 18th of 2025. So apparently, if this is right, a new one has been filed, but it's been ended back in February of this year. I'm looking at my phone. I can't show you guys because it won't let me. So the owner is suing Shannon again, but it's been ended, so I don't get it. Oh, it keeps on going. There was more. She kept on suing for a while. As you should, girl. You need to get justice for your horse. I don't get why this person is still walking around freely. Okay. Hang on. If I can find another one. Is this it? What the heck? Okay, this is about a school. I went from a horse to getting a school affidavit. I don't even know what that was. I'm trying to get the court doc. TikTok says they have it. Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay, well, I can't get it. And my Facebook froze. I'm going to have to buy it. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to pay for it. Okay. Definitely are we coming back to Coben, the horse. I think tomorrow, same time. What time did I go live? I went live like around 8:30. 8:30 Central Time. We'll come back and we'll talk more about Coben and other cases. We'll talk tomorrow. We'll give a day of animal. Or we'll figure out what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. But I do want to come back tomorrow and talk about Coben. It's currently 10:42, and I know a lot of you are going to bed. You guys are out, so I'm going to end it. We're already at 2 hours and 11 minutes. I'll try to make it. Yeah, I'm going to try 8:30 Central Time, 9 o'clock. I'm going to look more into Coben, that poor baby. I put the Facebook post and one of the court docs on there. I have to pay to get it. I don't mind paying. Let's see if they give it to me tomorrow, or if not, I might have to wait till Monday. But I'm still gonna talk about Coben. So tomorrow around 8:30, 9, I'll put it on Discord when I'm going live. We'll talk about Coben the horse, and what else? We'll think of another case. I'm pretty sure I'll find another case tonight to talk about. But I do want to thank everyone who came and watched the live stream. Thank you all so much. Thank you to my replay crew. We are coming back tomorrow to talk about Coben the horse. We can talk about other cases. Next week, I'm off Monday, Tuesday. I want to see if I can do like a Diddy. I don't think they're showing the live stream of Diddy. Maybe like Karen Reed. I don't know if you guys want to talk about Karen Reed. If not, it's fine. We can talk about recap of Diddy. Literally Monday is week 2 of Diddy trial. We talked a little bit about Diddy here tonight. So yeah, if you guys want to talk about Karen Reed, let me know. If not, it's okay. We'll talk about something else. Stephen Stearns. I do want to talk about Stephen Stearns and his court appearances. I don't know. Are they starting the Madeline Soto trial already? I think they are. I'm not sure. I do want to talk about that. But tomorrow night, we will come back and we are going to talk about Coben the horse. I want to bring awareness because how are we just talking about it now in 2025? And this happened back in 2023. And Shannon Echo, how are you walking freely? Like, no, I would have locked you up. So yeah, we'll be here again tomorrow night at 8:39, maybe 8:15. I'm gonna try 8:15, if not 8:30, same time like today. Just because it's Sunday. I know a lot of people work Monday, but yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. And if you can't make it tomorrow, no worries. There's always replay. Be safe. I love you all. And justice for Coben the horse. It really did break my heart. I'm going to look more into Coben the horse tonight. So, yeah. Thank you all for being here tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.